Hey guys, welcome back to Cram Farms. It is March, and when March rolls around and the warmer weather starts coming in, everyone's ready to garden. Well, I've been working in my garden, but today I'm going to take you over to my mother-in-law's and I'm going to show you how we're setting up a vertical container garden that she will be able to garden right on her porch. First, I've got to load up the potting soil we're going to be taking over there to use. But if you are disabled or elderly or you don't have a lot of space, you're going to want to watch this video because this will change the way you garden. I really didn't want her out walking around in our raised bed garden just so she wouldn't fall. And this is going to be a really convenient way for her to be able to garden right where she is. We need about 5 cubic feet of soil. All right, let's head over. So we're actually going to be setting up a Greenstalk vertical planter. And if you haven't heard of these before, I became familiar with them from watching Roots and Refuge Farm here on YouTube. And I've wanted to try one for a couple of years, but I didn't really have a place, or I didn't know where I would use it. And I've gotten to the point where I'm not going to buy something if I don't know where I'm going to put it. So when we were talking to my mother-in-law about growing some food, which she says she's never done, I was like, I know the perfect thing. And I think this is going to work out really well for her. So we're going to unbox it here together. I'll show you how to set it up and I'll tell you a little bit about it. So it comes with a set of instructions, and it sounds like they even put some seeds in here. So we will open this up together and go through it. So here are your instructions. We did get the original. Planting ideas. So it kind of just goes over some things that you could plant in here. It tells you the type of soil to start with. The original is 10 inches deep, so it's a little bit deeper than the other version, which is the leaf. But the leaf is also 7 tiers high, where this one is only 5 tiers. So that's the difference with them. And it gives you some examples of things you could grow in it. But everything you can grow in the leaf, you can also grow in the original. So we're going to start off, let's see. So when you get ready to start out, it tells you the first thing to do is to assemble your planter is to fill it up with soil first. So we're going to go exactly by instructions. It says to use a potting soil, high quality potting soil, not garden soil, topsoil, or raised bed soil. So we got Fox Farm potting soil, and we're going to get this out and start filling up the tiers. So the first part that we get to is actually the water reservoir. So this is what goes on top, and you water from this. These will be the pieces that go in between the tiers that help to water it. Oh look, it tells us who it was packed by. That's a neat touch. And then here are all of the tiers. So let's get the box out of the way. So one of the first things I would point out is that you are going to want to set this up where you want it to be, because you're not going to be able to move this around once you have 5 tiers stacked up with all this soil. And then once you add plants, that's going to be even heavier. So they also make, which I may go back and see if she wants to order, I think would be really good, is a little tray. It has wheels, but it spins, and so that will make harvesting this much better if it will spin. So we actually will probably go back and buy that, but I can unstack these then. But I'm going to go ahead and show you how to set them up. So we're going to start with the bottom layer, and we are going to fill it. You're supposed to fill it to the top. It says fill soil to top, so we're going to fill it to the top, and then we'll work on all the other sections. Let's get our soil opened up here. Now, in the directions, it did say that it would take about 5 cubic feet of soil to fill all the layers. So we have 4 bags of soil here. Let's see if I can dump this. This might end up being a little bit easier. All right, so we're getting close, but it says to fill it to the top, so we're gonna put some more in there. All right, just a little more. All right, so this is the bottom layer, and we filled it to the top like it said. We're gonna go on and fill the rest now. So while I'm filling the others, I'll actually talk to you a little bit about the Greenstalk. And the reason we chose this for her, you can see it's gonna be right here on this little deck area she has on her ramp. And this will allow her to come right outside her door, pick her vegetables or fruits that we grow in here, or flowers. She can also water it very easily right here. She doesn't have to walk, you know, through our raised bed garden. Can get a little rocky, so we don't have to worry about planting raised beds for her. And this will be the perfect size. You can grow a lot of food. There's 30 sections in this Greenstalk planter, 5 tiers, 30 sections to grow, and you can actually grow a lot more food than you think. So she actually made a list the other day, and I've already ordered seeds because I start our own seeds for our garden, so I'll start seeds for her as well. And she picked out what she wants to plant in here. So she's actually going to have a couple tomatoes, and we did a dwarf tomato variety. I'll be sure to show you how we fill this up too later on. Right now we're just getting it put together. She's got some mini peppers, they're called Thumbelina zinnia flowers, so they'll be small, they'll fit perfect in here. We're gonna do some strawberries, carrots, onions, lettuce, beets. I'm trying to think what else was on her list. Let me think. The other thing that's really important is you want to plant what you're going to eat. So when we were going through trying to decide what she was going to plant in here, you know, I would say, do you eat herbs? And one thing she said was, well, I don't know. I've never used them. So I did get some basil. She's going to put some basil in here and some parsley. So there'll be a few herbs she can try. But be sure when you're planting things, you want to plant things you're going to eat, because why are you going to waste all this space and money if you're not going to eat what you're growing in here? So that was one of the main things I asked her was, do you eat lettuce? Would you eat kale? If she won't eat kale, I'm not planting kale. And I think she's got a really good variety of things she's going to try. So this is the second tier, almost full, and I'll show you how we will stack it up here. Also, if you are someone that is in a wheelchair, this would work out perfectly for you. I have 2 kids in wheelchairs, and I'll let Riley's here watching me fill this up, and I'll let him show you at the end where this would be the perfect height for him. He could harvest vegetables, he could even plant, and he would even be able to water with just like a telescoping waterer on the end. We're gonna set up, Mimi.
Yeah.
All right, so this is gonna sit right on top of this piece right here. We'll just give it a little twist to make sure it's on there good. And then we'll stack the other piece on top.
What are you gonna walk out here and do?
Nothing right now, Riley.
So when you stack them on here, you want to make sure these are sitting. See the little like feet on the one above it? You want to make sure it's sitting right in the pot, so that way you know it's secure and it's not going to move. Then we'll put the next watering disc on top. So I just push and give it a little turn so you can make sure it's securely on there.
Okay.
You can see. All right, we're gonna fill up another one. I'm just breaking up any, like, you know how when you get bagged dirt, if you've got like a big clump in it like this, I'm just, like clumps, I'm just breaking them up in here to help fill the space so you don't have like any air pockets and stuff in the soil. So we're not all the way at the top of this third tier yet, so we're gonna add a little bit more.
Well, your daddy
Yes,
hung
it
it up. See the little bulbs in it? It'll light, but I don't know how to do it.
It probably came with the remote or something on the back.
Huh?
It's probably something on the back.
Yeah.
All right,
But I don't want to take it down and fool with it. Golly, that thing is tall, isn't it?
yeah, now we're gonna put this is the watering reservoir.
Oh, you put water and then it goes through to all of them.
Right, it goes through all of them.
Maybe.
So then this is the water reservoir we put on top. You gotta make sure it clips in place. So there it is, all stacked up with the water reservoir on the top. So you can see even with him placed beside of it, really, could you, yep, you could reach over, you could harvest, right? And then the height for the water reservoir, reach up there, Ryan. If he had the water hose and even a telescoping handle, he could easily water those Greenstalk. So whether you are in a wheelchair or someone that has some mobility issues, this would be the perfect thing to help you grow some food. So at this point, all you have to do is water the reservoir, and you will water it until you see water coming out the bottom. It doesn't take a long time. And so that's how you get the soil wet, and then it's ready for planting. I hope this was helpful if you have mobility troubles, if you just have a small space. You can get 30 plants in this original Greenstalk planter, so you can actually plant a lot of food here. If you have questions, leave them, and I'll also update you when we go to plant it and let you follow along throughout the season so you can see how the Greenstalk is progressing. Join us next time right here at Cram Farms.